This is the shark that had the strongest bite force of any creature to ever live on Earth, albeit land or ocean. Strongest, 40,000 psi, which could easily crush a semi-truck, and can be the same weight as 13 African elephants. This is the Megalodon shark. Now, despite many theories, no, the Megalodon does not exist today. It is simply impossible, as the conditions it lived in back then are drastically different today, including different ocean temperatures and different biodiversity in prey and its abundance. And trust me, if they really did exist, we would know, because these things wouldn't exactly stay too quiet as they needed to consistently eat. Now, if one existed today, here's what it would look like in the world. Let's put one fully grown female megalodon back in our modern-day ecosystems. It would firstly recognize that this is its first hunting grounds and start swimming along the ocean tides, scavenging for food. Now, every fish group, every turtle it sees is going to be in its belly, as this thing just spawned here and needs multiple thousands of pounds of food a day to keep its energy in check. Now, Megalodon wasn't exactly a picky eater. It would most likely go after anything given the opportunity, so let's say it found itself near a sperm whale. Now, if it was still hungry, the Megalodon would lurch forward with its massive jaws. Now, what would this do to the whale on impact? Well, instantly, the teeth would close around the whale's body and tear through the thick blubber and muscle. It would all be sliced away as it rips off massive chunks. Now, even if the Meg did leave it like this, it has a chunk missing, and organs are severely damaged, causing catastrophic blood loss and would die anywhere from minutes to hours. And then the Megalodon just simply moves on with its day. Now, from here, the Megalodon probably would have eaten as much as it had to from the sperm whale, but what would it do after that? Well, it would slow right down to conserve energy and process its food. Unlike the movies, Megalodon wouldn't have consistently been flying through the oceans trying to find food in fights. It would tire out super quickly given its size. It would digest its food as it cruised at around 3 miles per hour, which may seem really slow, but given the size, 3 miles per hour for this particular creature of its size. In this time, it would probably scavenge for carcasses like modern-day great white sharks do, but let's say it finds itself near slightly warmer water like California, for example. Now, something you have to understand is that Megalodon most likely lived in warmer waters due to the abundance of marine life that existed when it did exist. Now, what you're thinking would happen next, if it finds itself close to a popular beach, probably wouldn't actually happen. And yes, I'm talking about it hunting humans. It wouldn't be able to come to shore due to its massive body size, and also it would have to eat like 30 people to be full. And the Megalodon would have easily put together that it's not worth it. Unless people came out deeper into the water, it simply would not bother or consider this. Now, from an outside view, from humans living on the coast, it wouldn't take us very long to figure out that there's something massive lurking in these waters. Because let's just stick with the theory that it stays near the American coast due to the slightly warmer temperatures. Now, you're probably thinking it couldn't survive here, which, yes, is completely true, but over time, it wouldn't die instantly. And also, I think it's just a bit more realistic than thinking it can live in the deep Mariana Trench, deep, pitch-black freezing water. It would die so quickly down there, not to mention that the dietary needs would not even be close enough to survive on. As one of the biggest things found down there, well, was a plastic bag, 11,000 meters deep in the trench. I know, that's even crazier than thinking Megalodon can exist down there. Now, if it stuck to these warmer waters, what would happen? Well, like I said, it would be suspicious to humans over time. Gray whales would be found washed up on shores with bites missing, smaller whales just absent from certain areas, and overall just an absence of marine life that people look at. Which would make us question why marine life is so scarce. And yes, the scale of these species is very large and wouldn't go extinct to one massive shark, but over time, even if it does survive and sticks to the area, we would definitely notice a significant difference in marine life, as things would probably move out eventually as well due to the predation. As a result, it would have detrimental impacts on marine ecosystems and have long-lasting effects on the food chain depending on how long it survives in these conditions. As well, nothing could really challenge it. Not even blue whales, which given the predatory nature of the Megalodon, we would probably be finding dead blue whales here and there, even further raising human suspicion of what is doing this, especially if there's multiple signs of predation on the whale, like massive chunks missing, and not just ruling it out as natural causes. Then, if we eventually spot the Megalodon, well, it wouldn't be good for us, for the Megalodon, because if the Megalodon stays out of the shallow waters, we can't really find it. And it would absolutely cause worldwide fear. Even people across the world probably wouldn't want to operate in the waters anymore. Everyone would be fascinated yet so terrified. So much so that the government would either try to contain it somewhere for breakthrough research, or just try to kill it in the ocean somehow. Which, if the Megalodon started to get hunted, it would probably retreat to deeper waters, and then that's where we'd find ourselves back in the same situation 3 million years ago, when it actually went extinct in real time. Prey is moving away, and other predators feed as well, and the Megalodon now simply cannot thrive, especially with a massive target on its back. Then eventually, it would die. Prehistoric predators like this simply cannot exist today. But who knows, maybe something huge is really down there. I mean, there's been stories of whales washing up with bites missing in weird circumstances. If anything gets revealed, well, I'll be sure to talk about it on here. But I can tell you one thing, it's not a Megalodon, so don't get your hopes up too high. Subscribe for more videos like this, and until next time, thanks for watching.